embracing Latino culture and bringing talented artists to the forefront is what makes Museo de las Americas such a vibrant place to explore art. Well, with more, director Claudia Moran Picardo and artist Cal Duran. Claudia, I'm going to start with you first. How do you feel Museo de las Americas has impacted the art scene, not only here in Denver, but statewide?
Museo de las Américas has been operating for the last 30 years, since 1991. So this year we celebrated our 30th anniversary. And with that, we have been highlighting artists, Latin American art and culture for the last 30 years with regional and international artists. So we have presented more than 700 exhibitions at Museo since the very beginning, and we have invited artists from all over Latin America, of course, including regional and local artists.
That is wonderful. Really such a unique pieces of art that you can see. How do you select the artists that you will exhibit at the Museo?
Well, kind of is a reciprocity in terms of the process, because the artists select to be part of Museo, and that's when we start the conversation. So it's really the artists are the ones that get involved with Museo, get part of the community of Museo. They become part of the family of Museo too. So it is a reciprocal process, and in those conversations and in those communications, we explore opportunities for the artists, and also kind of try to present a wide variety of artists through these exhibitions and programs that we provide.
Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to switch over to Cal. Cal, you have been described as an artist, otherwise known as folk art on steroids. Would you agree with that description? And tell me about your art.
Yes, and first I want to do some land acknowledgement. We are on the land of the Ute, the Arapaho, the Cherokee, the Cheyenne, the Pueblo, the Hopi. Any natives I have forgotten, thank you. I think it's important to honor the land that we're on, that is Colorado. But yeah, I just really follow the imagination. Behind me is called the Ojo Dios, a God's eye, and it is said that the same weave is in every indigenous culture. And for me, creating this, it just brought me into another realm. A lot of my art is to honor the ancestors of my people, to find my lineage and culture through art.
And you do talk about how your ancestral background really ties into your art. Can you explain a little bit more in depth how that truly comes out in your artwork?
Yeah, I focus on the knowledge of my ancestors. So the blood that I have inside of me, it just continues in my art. So I just really rely on the imagination and tapping in to that field and relying on my ancestors' knowledge. And I think it's important for us as people to honor our past ones, to know that their hearts and their stories are all inside of us and that they're behind us. And yeah.
Well, I think that's a wonderful message, and it truly shows in your art. What medium do you think excites you the most right now?
Yeah. So I'm also an educator. I teach children in Aurora at a place called Dava. It's a nonprofit, all free for youth. But clay is my medium of choice, because it is one of the oldest mediums on this planet. It is Earth, and it goes through all the processes. It goes through air, fire, water, and it just really connects us in like the intuition. When I see people create with clay, you could see the memories coming back, and it just becomes an entity. It becomes an existence. And yeah, and it's kind of transcending. And to think about how much clay transcends lifetimes and cultures is really profound and beautiful.
Absolutely. Okay, and I'll ask you both this question. What do you think, or what do you have to say to young Latinos, Latinas out there who love art? What is the message for them today?
The most important is that they get exposed to art. I think that's a challenge, and that's what we are constantly working on, having this exposure to all the different families and children. So in that sense, we provide so many different activities, workshops, and programs to schools. And once we can get out the message, whoever feels more, invited, attracted, or engaged with art will come to Museo, and then Museo will open the doors for them.
I love it. What about you, Cal? Any words for the young ones out there?
Yes, I say believe in yourself. Um, you have the courage to show up and make art. Put all your heart into it. Love it, cherish it, and spread it. Art is like seeds, and if we give it fully our love and heart and our spirit, it'll show. And the world needs to see your heart and your story. So keep going, no matter how hard you think it is. Believe me, art is very healing and it releases so much. And the vibrations of your art keep our collective light shining. So.
Discover the richness, inclusivity, and power of art. For exhibit details, go to museodelasAmericas.org.